It's time! Rowdy Ronda Rousey breaks her silence and speaks on social media for the first time since her second back-to-back loss in the UFC to Amanda Nunes, 48-second knockout. I just dropped a video earlier today. Troy King reenacted and said what he thought that Ronda Rousey did wrong. Now she breaks her silence, and I want to talk about that in this video. Make sure you guys smash the like button. Also subscribe to the channel. This is her verified page. As you can see, her last post before was a week ago at the weigh-in, and this is what she posted today. It's a quote. "And so rock bottom became the solid foundation on which I rebuilt my life," by J.K. Rowling, 9 hours ago. 283,000 plus likes. And no caption, just fans commenting. My thoughts is, I think this, to me, this is kind of lame. Like, I feel like Ronda Rousey, in order to bounce back, she has to come to grips with some things in her life and take defeats in a certain way. This is just my opinion. You guys can feel how you want. But see all this in the fear of the return, and then you lose and stuff like that. So the thing is, like, part of taking the loss is you got to deal with social media. You got to deal with the media. You got to deal with disappointment. You got to deal with your whatever goes on internally. And you disappear after both of your losses. You disappear. Don't show your face. Don't do anything. And you were doing all these commercials about fear of the return and like I'm back and all this stuff. Like, it just it sounds like a facade, like a fake confidence. It doesn't sound like this is real. Like, look at, you're wearing fear of the return shirts, and I feel like it's an act. You know what I'm saying? And in order to truly bounce back, you have to make that real. And to me, it seems like an act. Fear of the return and stuff. Your confidence was shook after the Holly Holm fight, and you didn't make the necessary changes in your fight game to give you a fighting chance to beat a striker. And that's the skinny of it. And then you come back days later, a week later, after ducking the media day leading up to the fight, after not doing any interviews post-fight. Like, nobody likes to take losses. Everybody in life has taken some type of loss, not necessarily a street fight or professional fight, but there's other ways to take L's in life. You can lose a loved one, you could get fired from a job, you could just have personal trials and tribulations and hurdles that you have to overcome. But at some point, everybody has taken some type of loss out there, right? You're doing all these Reebok commercials. Look, perfect never gets a shot at redemption. So yeah, I'm fine not being perfect. Hey, it just sounds fake to me. You know what I mean? Because if you were really over it, then why don't you address the media like every other fighter? Like, you think Robbie Lawler wanted to get knocked out by Tyron Woodley in the fashion that he did? A champion, right? No, but he did. But he's not avoiding like the public. A lot of these guys, their faces are mangled. They just got knocked out brutally, right? Like knocked out, like unconscious knocked out. And they don't disappear. You know what I'm saying? Go into the abyss. For example, Conor McGregor, you do fucking none. This is Conor McGregor 44 weeks ago. This is after the Nate Diaz loss. This is, he kind of did a sabbatical or whatever, disappeared from the media for a second or whatever. And when he came back, this is how he came back to address his fans. And that's another thing I want to get to in this video. Conor McGregor says, "I stormed in and I put it all on the line. I took a shot and I missed." This is the Nate Diaz first fight. "I will never apologize for taking a shot. Shit happens. I'll take this loss like a man. I will not shy away from it. I will not change who I am. If another champion goes up 2 weights, let me know. If you're tired of me talking money, take a nap. I'll still be here when you wake up with the highest pay-per-view and the gate, still making multi-sevens. Thank you to the true support and fuck the hate that came out of the woodwork. I love it all. It's still steak for breakfast. I've been here many times in my life in some form or another. I'll eat it all and come back stronger. Aldo, you are a pussy. Dos Años, you are a pussy. When the history books are written, I showed up. You showed up on Twitter to the fans. Never ever shy away from challenges. Never run from adversity. Face yourself head on. Nate, I will see you again. And they did see each other again in a rematch, and he avenged his, the judges gave it to him, and he won a decision over Nate Diaz in the rematch. Then he went on to knock out the lightweight champion, Eddie Alvarez. Dominant. He looked real good in that fight. And he became the first UFC champion to hold 2 belts simultaneously in 2 different weight classes. That's how Conor McGregor bounced back from his first UFC loss by submission. Embarrassing loss. He tapped out. Whatever you want to say. And this is how he addresses the public. So part of it is your fans. You know what I'm saying? The Ronda Rousey behavior, no media blackout. Okay, let's say the media turn their back on you. The media is also how this gets out to your fans. You know what I'm saying? So say the media turn their back on you. Now you're turning your back on not only the media, but in a way you're kind of turning your back on your fans, because how do you think the fans who don't have a credential, how are they going to see what you said at a press conference or at the weigh-in or whatever? They can't. So they rely on the media, but you skipped that entirely and didn't go to media week some kind of way. And then you skip media week to focus, and you still get knocked out. You know what I'm saying? And then you come back a week later and you post a quote with no caption. I just think it's not a good look. You just come back and like post. Everyone's wondering, is she okay? Is she gonna retire? Or what? You know what I mean? Her mom says she should retire. Freddie Roach says she should retire. Is she strong mentally? Is she doing okay? How's she feeling? You know what I mean? Your fans are inquiring. And this is when you come back. You know what I mean? You could have put up a Dr. Seuss quote. Up is up and down is up. When up is down, you're down, you're up. Like, you know what I'm saying? To me, I'm not a fan of this. This sounds like a facade, like fake confidence. You know what I mean? Look at Conor McGregor, man style. He said, I took a challenge, I took a shot, and it didn't pay off, and it missed. I'm not going to apologize. Always challenge yourself. And that's what I told people. You guys think this is a game. I told people in my video, it was about Ronda Rousey. She had gained weight. And I told you guys, I really think that Conor McGregor is going to have an easier time. Look, viral video, 1 million views 10 months ago. Click on the video that I did, right? And I told you guys that Conor McGregor is going to have an easier time bouncing back. So, very durable mentally. And I think he's mentally a bit tougher. The reason why is, you seen, he didn't go into hiding after his loss to Nate Diaz. The video's still up. I'll put a card in. It's 1 million video views. And I did this March 9th, 2006. So almost a year ago, 306 days ago, right? So I'm not really impressed by the Ronda Rousey. Like, you know what I'm saying? You got in on the flip side of that. Let's take a look at Lioness, Amanda Nunes. This is what she put post-fight of you. I think she might have took it down. Yeah, she must have took it down. But she had a picture. I mean, she's doing this. But she had a picture of Ronda Rousey like in a stroller. And she was like sunning her. And she was the mom. You know what I mean? She's posting all these pictures. Obviously, she's a champion. But, I mean, I feel like you owe it to your fans. Like, you lost. It happens. But if you're truly confident, like, why are you going to come back in that fashion after a hiatus? You know what I mean? People are wondering how you're doing, and you putting J.K. Rowling quotes. It's just not a fan of it. Shh. Like Ronda Rousey, that's how you break your silence. You know what I'm saying? That's how you address the media and the fans, is with a quote, no caption. Just sounds like, I don't know. To me, I just think Ronda Rousey has... She's not as confident as she's trying to portray, you know what I mean? And that's going to hurt her, because she does have talent. She's great when it comes to judo and stuff like that. But if you don't shake this, if you don't, the best and probably hardest remedy for shaking a loss like that is to take ownership and admit what you did. Like in my life, I'm not even going to get too deep into it, but in recent years, I was going through a lot. I owed a lot of debt. I made a lot of choices that I didn't like, and that, you know what I mean, obviously didn't work out for me in the long run. And I made my bet, I had a lie in it. And you can't feel sorry for yourself, like have a pity party. The moment you take ownership for the decisions you made and take ownership and like, man, how do we fix this? I fucked up. Let's move on. You know what I'm saying? And then my life got a whole lot better once I started doing that. You got to take ownership and hold yourself accountable. Like, man, maybe I should have got a boxing coach. Maybe I should have did this. Maybe I should have went to the media week. You know what I mean? Posting these quotes, I'm not, like I said, I'm not impressed with that. That's how you break your silence. Break your silence. Show your face. Show your face, Ronda. Like, that's what I want to see. Like, what are you looking like? I want to, if you're this, you know what I mean, rock bottom and this how you rebuilt your life, why don't you say the quote? Why don't you get on you know what I mean, on an interview or something? But hiding and, you know what I'm saying, you got in great shape and you still lost. You avoided the media week, you still lost. Show your face. Like, there's people that really want to know how you're doing. You know what I'm saying? So I'm personally not impressed by this, like all this mean mugging and scowling that she does and stuff. And I think it's going to be a long climb back to the top. A lot of people are saying this too, Freddie Roach and others, in terms of the blueprint's kind of out on how to beat you. And you have to come to grips with the L's that you take. And it can't just be a fake facade and like you putting quotes and stuff like that. That's just my thoughts. Let me know what you guys think on Ronda Rousey breaking her silence. Drop it in the comment section. Make sure you share the video, like the video as always. Hate, comment, and subscribe. Till next video is Ego signing off.